I'm Val Denton. I've been a practice manager for over 30 years now, working in practices in and around Bristol and Weston-super-Mare, where I live. We're a primary care GP health centre, so we've got 16,000 patients with different demographics and lots of different languages to deal with. So our reception team really do have a challenge every single day. I inherited the existing telephone system when I moved here. That was already in place, and it had some serious limitations, as well as service wasn't very good, patients were complaining, and I'd been shopping around for a while, but it gets very confusing with telephone providers. They will promise you the world, and I'm not a very techie person. I just like things in plain English, and Yotel actually laid it on the line exactly what I needed. Well, I just said what I thought I wanted, what I hoped they could provide, and they did it, and that was really impressive. So I used to get an awful lot of complaints, mainly, I mean, the service we provide our patients, the care is great, but the one complaint was the fact that they were queuing on the phone for far too long. They were reaching the top of a queue and then getting cut off. The messages were too long. It was all focused around the telephone system basically, and the receptionists were getting very frustrated because they were receiving a lot of complaints and I was getting a lot of written complaints. So I was promising patients we'd get a new system in place, so I had to put my money where our mouth is. And since then, the queuing system has been really, really good. It's very efficient. There aren't that many people queuing now. I can tell how long they're queuing for. The messages are a lot shorter, and we've set up a system whereby you reach a certain number of patients that are queuing, and then something kicks in that tells the patient, look, you've got a bit of a longer wait, you may need to call back, or if you're happy to wait. So that has really helped, and my complaints have gone down considerably. We had a wallboard before, but it just told me how many patients were queuing and how long they were waiting and how many calls were abandoned. The wallboard I've got now actually has names on it, and it's become a bit of a competition between the receptionists. It's not a stick to beat them with if I can see how many calls somebody's taken, because our receptionists navigate, so they spend quite a bit of time on the phone. So it's not about checking up on them, but they're quite interested to see how many calls are waiting and how long patients are waiting, and they try and get that down to zero. It very rarely happens, but it's got a lot less. The waiting times are a lot less, and I think psychologically it makes people speed up a bit. The wallboard as well, it's the call recording that is a key feature. We never had call recording, and since we've had it, I can actually listen to telephone calls ad hoc, so I can use that for training. But also when people complain about the receptionist, because they do frequently, I can actually say, no, she did not shout at you, because I've got that recorded. And the beauty of the call recording is you keep it for 12 months. So you can just do a search, define a search and dates and a number, and all the information's there. So that's really, really good. The switchover was very smooth. They did the whole thing in a week, and they kept coming back either virtually or in person to sort out individual phones where I wanted extensions, headsets, because we had all new equipment, which was a real bonus because the equipment we had was really old. So they've all got new headsets, they've all got state-of-the-art phones, and we have an account manager, and also we have an named individual that I have now got his direct dial number, so I can ring him if I want something tweaking or I need training or whatever, and he's always at the end of the phone. The beauty of Yotel's support system is you can just press 888 and get through to an engineer, whereas previous phone system you had to either email or ring and be put on hold, have a job reference given to you and somebody will call you back. We've got direct line to the engineer, and that's really good. But not that we've had any major problems actually. I have to say, very, very rare since we've had the phone system have we had a problem. As I say before, I've shopped around, and I think Yotel, it's about the personal service you get. It's about listening to what I wanted and tweaking it to suit me and the business, rather than this is the package we've got. They also bought out our old licenses, our previous contract, so we're not paying any more money. In fact, we're saving money, and they're there at the end of the phone. I can't fault them for that. No, I would certainly recommend them.